And check 103, check 103, check 103, check 103. Good morning, everybody. What's shaking my bacons? What's up, YouTubers? What is up, boot campers? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm going to hang out until 8:30, just take a chill pill. There is nothing much going on in the markets, kind of just sitting doing nothing. No big news over the weekend. So everybody just chill. I would love to learn more about the personal. Yeah, we'll talk about all that this week. It is boot camp week. So everyone relax. Everyone's popping in a whole bunch of questions. All will be answered this week. So everybody take a big fat chill pill. All right. We'll start at 8:30. I just wanted to say hello to everybody. And let's relax. Got no trades out. Nothing to do yet. So everybody chill, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. Morning, Scotty. Let me get Scotty, and we'll talk about the boot camp. We'll talk about how this is going to work this week. We'll talk about scheduling. We'll talk about all that stuff at 8:30. Ken up there. Let me get Scotty up there. How do I get the boot camp link? If you signed up for a course that includes the boot camp, which we know if everybody did or not, then you should have gotten a link over the weekend. So David, let me know if you signed up for a course that includes the boot camp. Tell me how you started trading. Yowza. Okay, I can do that. When would be a good time to leave a simulator and go live? You do, David? All right, then send an email. Brother, it's 2026. People are done with signing up for courses. Okay. I got you, Drew. Send an email to Roman immediately. I'm going to look for it, and we'll get you in there. Actually, send an email to me. I'll get you the link. Okay. Send me an email. I will get you the link. Oh, so Fahid, we got a little troll. It's 2026. People are done with signing up for courses. Well, then people like to fail. I'm new, don't know much. The boot camp is at learning. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Okay, that's fine. Everything we do here on YouTube is free. So I started working on a Florida New York Stock Exchange in 1984 as a runner, taking messages back and forth. I became a broker in 1990 and a partner of my firm. I was there for almost 20 years, and I retired at the end of 1999 when my firm got bought for $6.5 billion. Arlene was 4. We started Wall Street Global Trading Academy about 6 years ago now. We have taught thousands of students how to trade these absolutely crazy markets. We have many, 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 many success stories. It's either for you or it's not, which is okay with us either way. We do what we do. We go about our business and we make money. That is the bottom line. What up, Tom? I'm going to answer all your questions when we get going in a few minutes. Well, anyone who's been with us on YouTube since we started going live on YouTube, you can tell people about your experience here. It's not just screen time that you need, Fahib. You need risk management. You need psychology. You need a system that works for you. They just don't need more time in front of the screen. No, they need a system. You can sit here and look at your screen from today until tomorrow and still be struggling forever. Period. Whatever. Guys, it's all good. We have the cheapest courses in the industry, and you give you more than anybody will ever give you in the history of trading. All right, boot campers. David and this community taught me 4 years ago forever. Great you. I owe Wall Street Global a testimonial ASAP. There you go. We have tons and tons of testimonials. I just want to give everybody another 5 minutes. So let's fill up our coffees and relax. What is LLC? I'm going to get to all that, Marlene. We're going to talk about all that. LLC is a corporation that if you're doing this for a living or a semi-living, you want to be incorporated. I made $70 from $2 AMD last Friday. There you go, Josh. Excellent. AMD out of control roll, although it's just spiked down. We will talk about what evals are, Sandra. That's when you're trading futures, which all of you will be doing by the end of this week. We'll talk about all that. We are short a little AMD through a couple of ETFs that we have bought. A little ridiculous on a daily chart, 90 RSI. It doesn't mean it's going down that much, but what else? We do swing trading, we do day trading, we do stock trading, we do futures trading. I'm usually trading options. Could I still use the same technical analysis? Absolutely. We are, again, I want to wait a few more minutes, guys and girls, and then we'll start getting into stuff. But we are partners with vanquishtrader.com. They are the first prop firm that trades futures, day trading futures. We are curating a course for that right now. We'll talk more about that as the week goes on also. Okay. Futures does not require margin. Nope. Neither does futures. Neither does options anymore. Yep, Fredo. We are curating a whole course. It's going to be about 7 hours long. We'll talk more about that as we get closer to that. I'll tell everybody here, okay, for now, for this week, don't even worry about trading if you are here for the boot camp and you don't have a lot of experience. This week is not, all right, that's it, I'm done. I don't want to start until 8:30 because we're missing a lot of people. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We're going to go over everything that we do here in 5 minutes. So everybody take a chill pill. There is no news coming out today. Okay. Nothing. That doesn't mean we're not going to get tweeted all day long like we always do. But first thing we check when we walk in the morning, guys and girls, and I don't care which news service you use. I use tradingeconomics.com. This shows us all the news that's coming out for the day and the week. We got consumer confidence tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Usually anything you see here in black is something that we have to pay attention to. We'll go over all that stuff as the week goes on too. We have a ton of earnings this week that can pick the direction of the market. So we'll worry about all that stuff too. All right, grab a coffee, settle in. We'll be back in 5 minutes and we'll get rolling. No, that news feed is not a subscription, Fredo. Hold your questions until I get back in 5 minutes. Even on YouTube, hold your questions. We're going to get to it all. No, don't be sorry. It's all good. Chill for 5 minutes. All right, ladies and gents, here we go. Let's put a little order out in our ESs at 71.77. We spiked down 9 points. Guys, again, let me start off by saying this. If it's your first time in a boot camp, do not worry about trading this week. Okay? We are going to be bombarding you with so much information. Do not worry about trading. Number one. Number two, we do not give financial advice here. Okay? What you see when I put an order in is what I am doing. We are going to teach you guys how to do this for yourselves. We are not a signal service. We don't tell anybody what to buy and sell or where to buy and sell it. But every time I get into a trade, you will see it posted up here before we get into that trade. We're going to learn why we're doing these trades as the week goes on. Again, do not worry about trading this week. It is not important. Okay. Let's talk about our scheduling first. Try to keep your questions, guys and girls, to the subject that we're talking about. No man or woman will get left behind. Okay. So everybody just take a chill pill. I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. All right. Sorry, guys and girls. I just left a little order out in oil on a 200 EMA, on a 65 EMA at 95.71. So I'm just covering that for a little profit now. This was from earlier in the day. Before we even got on. Give me 1 second to get straightened out here. I got so emotional, baby. Every time I think of you. Okay. All right, so let's talk about our schedule for the week. Okay. We are going to be trading the markets live from now, if things set up, until about 11 o'clock. We will take our morning break. We will come back after 15 or 20 minutes, and we will get into our morning lesson. Today is going to be about rules and psychology. We are not going to talk about anything that has to do with actually learning how to trade today. We're going to beat you up for 6.5 hours today. Ken's going to come on after I go in the morning. And all we're going to do today is talk about what not to do. It will be the most important day that we have in this room. Trading is not so much about these charts. The charts and all the technicals that we put into these charts is the easier part of what we do and the easier part to learn. People do not fail because of these charts and technical analysis and learning how to read them. Traders fail because of trader psychology, not knowing what to do when they get into a trade, not following a certain set of rules that we are going to lay out for everybody very clearly during this whole week. So don't even worry about trading today. It has nothing to do with that. Or a matter of fact, for this whole week, all right? So don't get FOMO when you see us doing trades, whether they're working or not. We are going to have losing trades. That doesn't mean you're a loser. We're going to get into that later on as the day goes on. So that's what today is going to be about. Let's keep all our questions about that. Don't worry about LLCs or any of that stuff at the moment. All right. So take a big fat chill pill as far as that is concerned. Tomorrow, well, let me ask this first, okay? How many people who are joining us in a boot camp need basic help with getting their charts set up? Give me a 1 if you need basic help getting your chart set up. Your chart should look exactly like mine does, either on Thinkorswim, that's the platform that we are looking at right now, or TradingView. We have one button in our course that helps you get all of your charts set up to look exactly like mine with all of this information on it. Okay, so we got Sandra and Sarah. We will take care of you guys today and get that straightened out. Sandra and Sarah, do you have either Thinkorswim or TraderVate? or Trading View? Okay, good. As long as you have both of them, we will get your chart straightened out at some point today, okay? Excellent. All right. Tomorrow, we will actually start talking about technical analysis. We will start learning how to read our charts and finding support and resistance on multiple time frames. We will learn about our moving averages and what we do with all those moving averages. That will be tomorrow. I have the chart, but mine does not have the ATR on yours like yours does. We will get it up there for you today. Yes, yes, yes. All good. Okay, we'll start talking about technical analysis tomorrow. We will start talking about all the moving averages and the things that we use, and we will get comfortable with reading our charts, finding support and resistance on multiple time frames. Tomorrow afternoon, we will have Kevin with us. Kevin will go over all things futures. How many people in the boot camp are not trading futures yet? Give me a one. Okay, we want you all to be trading futures by the end of this week. The reason for that is because futures are a very low barrier to entry to start trading. We can open accounts right now with as little as, I don't know, I think it's like 30 bucks, something like that. 30 or 40 bucks to open up a trading account, and you can actually start trading futures. It does not have to cost you a lot of money to learn how to trade. That is the beautiful thing about trading futures. So Kevin will do all things futures tomorrow, and he will do bracket orders. Bracket orders are going to be something that automatically sets up your charts to have your stop orders and profit targets. That will be tomorrow afternoon. Wednesday, we will start getting into our individual trades. We will start talking about our trend trade and our regular moving average trade and our far from moving average trade and our double top and our double bottom and our momentum trades and the orb trade. Be kind to yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. This is not something that's going to come to you maybe even for this whole week. So don't beat yourself up. Ask a billion questions, okay? We will answer any questions that you have about anything. Do not be afraid to ask questions. We do not move on to another subject until we have every person in this room understands the subject that we are talking about at that moment, okay? It's going to be a long week. It's going to be a lot of learning. Again, do not worry about trading. Not important this week, all right? Concentrate on the things that we're doing. Trading is secondary to anything else that we do this week. Take a big fat chill pill as far as that is concerned. Thursday, we will finish up our technical analysis. And we will start beginning options. The options is going to be important this week because we're going to start to be able to trade that in, we're going to start to be able to trade that once we get rolling with Vanquish. We are on YouTube every Monday and Friday. The boot camp is not recorded, guys and girls. Everything we do in here is proprietary. We do not record the boot camp, okay? So ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. We will do swing trading this week also. We will do Fibonacci's. Ken will come on and give us a big Fibonacci lesson. So it is going to be loaded. Also, Tuesday night and Thursday night. This is included, guys, okay? Tuesday night and Thursday night. We do slow markets with Scotty. We trade the futures live for 3.5 hours every Tuesday night and every Thursday night. That is also included with anybody who is in our boot camp course member or green room member, okay? So tomorrow night, if you're not familiar with futures, we'll give you a big lesson on that, even just a beginning lesson for everybody, and we'll get your futures accounts open by the end of this week. All right, so big fat chill pill. Relax. Wish I started with Wall Street. I started to learn on myself for years. It took me about a year to get rid of bad habits. Yeah, I mean, again, that's the hardest part of this. No question about it. I got you, Drew. You emailed me. Okay, give me a minute. I'll get to all your requests. I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. I get so emotional, baby. Ain't it proper? What? Okay, so here we are. Oops. Let's explain why we have the orders out that we have out. Okay, let's go to our ESs. All right. So the only order we have right now, and the ESs, guys and girls, for those of you who don't know, are the futures for the S&P 500. It exactly follows the SPYs. Okay, so when we're looking at the trading the ESs, we're actually trading the SPY. You will see that it'll move point for point with the spiders. This is going down a little bit. And this is going down a little bit. So we have an order down here at 71.77, which is down 10 points from where we are right now. Okay, 10 points. Well, when we are looking to get into trading the ESs, or stocks for that matter, most important thing that we're going to be looking at is the ATR, or the average true range. Okay, the average true range. That tells us on average each of these 5-minute candlesticks how much it moves. And right now, the ATR and the ESs is 3 points, which is very, very low. That is not a big ATR. It's kind of very small. So by having an order down 10 points, it gives us room to make money if it hits our levels and starts turning in the opposite direction. That's why we have an order down there right now. Whether you're trading stocks or whether you're trading futures, doesn't really matter which one you're trading. We always are paying attention to the ATR. That is going to be where we have our stop orders and our profit target. Now, if we go to stocks, and we do trade stocks, guys and girls, we do trade options now. So if I look at AMD and it has a current ATR of $1.45, that means when I get into a trade, my stop order will be about $1.40 and my profit target will be between, half the ATR and the full ATR. So ATR is mega, mega important when we are trading anything. Let's take a look at oil. So we're getting a little stretchy poo-pooed in oil now. Okay, we have a 69 RSI in oil. Oil is one of the things we trade with futures. Double top from this morning is up at 96.84. Anybody like a little 96.84 action? Kind of like that. I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. I get so emotional, baby. All right, so let's put a little order in oil on our double top, 96.84. That's up 50 cents from here. The ATR is only 30 cents. So that would be almost twice the ATR. Let's pop it up there. 96.84. Okay. Boom. David, how do you like ES on a 30-minute chart at the 65 EMA? Let's take a look. 30-minute chart. And we're going to learn, guys and girls, when we're supposed to change these time frames. So what Michael is pointing out is we have a level at 71.80 on our 30-minute chart on our 65 EMA. Okay, let's go back to our 5-minute. Yeah, and that's down 9 points from here. So basically we have 71.80 and we have 71.77. So those things are within a few points of each other. When we have a couple of things that are close, as far as moving averages is concerned, we always be more conservative and go to the lowest one. So that's why we're a few points below that. Which platform am I trading on? Okay, that's a good question. Okay. Drew, I'm looking for your email right now. Hold on, let me take care of Drew. Oh, Drew and David, right? Andrew. All right. Drew, are you Andrew? Bum, 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 bum. If you are on YouTube, please let me know if you need the link for the trading room. Okay, Drew. I'm going to send it to you right now. Let's get that straightened out. Anyone else on YouTube that needs a link to the trading room that paid for the boot camp, please let me know. Ain't it shocking what love can do? If things seem confusing to you guys, especially if you're just joining our boot camp, take a chill pill. It will become more clear as we go through each subject. So everybody just relax. We have a bunch of earnings this week too. So we're going to do an extra earnings lesson this week too. Okay, where are you, Drew? There you go. I got you, Andrew. Boom. You should have the link in 30 seconds, Andrew. Just sent it to you. David Williams, you signed up for the ultimate. Send me an email, please, and I'll get you the link in 2 minutes too. Okay, David? Andrew, let me know when you got the link and you're in. Always some bookkeeping to do, guys and girls. David, if you're signed up for the ultimate or something that includes a boot camp, send me an email, okay? And Drew, let me know when you get yours. Okay, give me a couple minutes, David. Does anyone have any? I got you, Dave. Give me 1 minute now and I'll send it to you. All right, Drew, you're in. David. Anyone in a boot camp have any general questions about anything, things that you're confused about, anything that you want to talk about? David. Got you. Under my skin. Any general questions? When you say trading room, you mean the Zoom call. That is correct. And guys, you can open up your microphones if you want to ask something also. Always. All right, David, I just sent it to you. You should have it in 2 minutes. Everybody who needs to be in a boot camp should be in the boot camp now. Okay. Today is rules and psychology. That is all we are doing all day today. Yes. Period. And it's the most important part, the thing that we'll ever do in here, just so you guys know. Okay. Tomorrow we will start on technical analysis and we will talk about all things futures tomorrow. That will be all day tomorrow. Yep. And we'll go over it every day. I get so emotional. What is ATR? All right, let's talk about it. What ATR is good for ES? Okay, that's a great question. So we're looking at a 3 ATR right now. Again, guys and girls, that's the average move over the last 14 5-minute candlesticks. I will tell you, Scotty will tell you, most people in this room who are trading will tell you, when we have a 3 ATR, it's almost not even worth trading it until it expands a little more. Why? Because if we get into a trade, the best we can expect to do on a profit target is 3 points. That's the best we can expect to do, because that's the average of each of these 5-minute candlesticks. So it's not really great for trading. It doesn't mean we're not going to trade. What we're looking for when we're trading any future in the ESs is at least a 10-point move to hit one of our technicals, whether it's on the downside or on the upside. So if we have a 3 ATR, guys and girls, okay, and we're moving 10 points, that's 3 times the ATR, which means if this goes down 10 points, there's a very good chance we're going to bounce off that level and give us our profit between 1 and 5 points after a 10-point move down. So the more something moves to get to one of our levels, the better the odds are of that trade working. David, I think I just sent it to you. Let me know if you get it. Are you David Williams? I think I just sent it to you. If you're not David Williams and you're someone else, send me another email. Your ATR is 10.99. Make sure you're on the right time frame, not a daily chart or a weekly chart. We're always starting trading when we're looking at, guys and girls, on a 5-minute chart. Okay. So we're always on a 5-minute chart when we start looking for some support or resistance. In the ESs, we wanted to move at least 10 points to hit that support or resistance level. Right now, we're down 12 points. So let's see if we have something on the short side that we want to put out. Okay, the double top from this morning is 71.98. Our previous day high is 7,200. 5-minute period. 5-minute, but weekly or monthly. No, 5-day, 5-minute. Right here. 5-day, 5-minute. All your time frames should look like this, guys and girls. 5-day, 5-minute, 1-day, 1 minute, 5-day, 15-minute. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and again, if you're in a boot camp and stuff, we'll get your charts all set up today. Will be one of the things we're doing. All right, so we're trading at 71.91. We want at least a 10-point move. So that would bring us, guys, to 7,200, where's our previous day high. That's up 10 points from here. So we will put an order out to short at 7,200. It is a 10-point move. That is triple the ATR right now. Okay. Oh, so we have 2 orders out in our futures. One up 10 points and one down 10 points. So if you're in the boot camp, okay, and you're not familiar with the trading, give me a 1 if you understand why we put those orders out. This is our previous day high. It's 10 points, 3 times the ATR. And this is our pivot point. That's 14 points. Almost 4 times the ATR. Okay? Yes, you were looking at MNQ. That's going to have a much bigger ATR. Much bigger. Apex is still our preferred vendor, but you guys can trade with whatever prop firm that you want. Okay? There he is, the Einstein of Wall Street.
He's a vendor and a bender. Hey,
good morning, everybody. There's a bunch of garbage going on right now, Peter. Just very quiet morning.
Yeah. So let me pop in for a quick second.
Yeah, it's all yours. We got our 2 orders out, guys.
Also at 2040, right? All right. Good morning, everybody.
Chill pill.
Yeah, exactly. I think we got t-shirts made up with Dave's chill pill. Anyway, good morning, everyone. I'm here, the Unsigned Wall Street, Monday morning. Happy Monday. It's a beautiful day to be alive and in the market. It's a sunny day finally in New York. I know some of you are probably in warm places. It's been freezing in this crazy place. Fridays, everybody, we had traded the opening bell with David and the team. Nothing better than that. That is an absolute gift. All of you, if you've been trading forever, you're new here, whatever you're doing, to have somebody who can understand all the news that comes out and assimilate the economic data to sort of understand where to put your orders in, how to protect yourself, where the watch lists are. That's what Wall Street Global is for you. And to have somebody do that on Mondays and Fridays for free is truly a gift. So take advantage of it. Check out the new website, check out the new futures course, check out the risk management course. We got all kinds of amazing stuff coming up in the wings as far as options goes. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, where's the going? Where is it going from here? We are about to descend into massive earnings week here, okay? The next 2 weeks are going to be all over the place. First coming out of the Gator banks, then we've got tech, right? Tech has been under major pressure during this whole insane sell-off that we had around the war. And then suddenly we find ourselves out of nowhere, against our permission, markets right back to even and even higher, right? I would imagine you've all been trading for more than 3-4 weeks. So 3 or 4 weeks ago, we were sitting there looking at a market that had eroded 9, 10, 11, 12% on the S&P, on the Qs and all that stuff, going like, where are we going from here? Is this war going to completely hijack everything? And then the next thing you know, we're back at 7,000 in the S&P. It's kind of baffling. So all that being said, over the weekend, obviously, unfortunately, another attempt on Mr. Trump's life. Market is not engaging that in a big way. I would imagine probably over the weekend, there was probably blips in SPY and stuff like that around that. But we're seeing at this point, for the last 3 to 4 weeks, I think the market, the retail market that's now become smart money, and the long-term investors and the institutions have completely disengaged the war and anything else that is going on. We've got a lot of stuff happening. First of all, earnings are the lifeblood of markets, right? Good earnings, bad earnings, guidance, all that stuff. That's what's going to make people buy or sell stock in the next coming weeks, right? It has nothing to do any longer with the war. We disengaged this war 2 or 3 weeks ago, the minute they started buying it, even in the event. We know the war eventually will be over. We know we have absolutely no handle on what's going on there. We're not getting clear info, right? And how can we trade if one guy says we're going in, one guy says we're going out? There are bombs here, bombs there. It doesn't make any sense. So there's not worth trading around. But what ended up happening last year, if you'll all remember, we are literally in it's not a mirror image. It's like looking straight into the eyes of the devil here. February, March, and April last year, right? February 19th, Mr. Trump for the first time mentioned Mexico, Canada, and tariffs. Market sold off 70 handles on the S&P that day, around 12:30 in the afternoon. And that was the beginning, what ended up being a descent into hell. For the next 11 weeks, the market sold off 20.8%. Now, that was a function of the way Mr. Trump was disseminating the information. If he had come out and said, listen, everybody, I'm the new sheriff in town. Tariffs are my thing. It's going to be a little pain for the next couple of weeks, but we're going to be okay. The market would have handled it. Markets can handle virtually anything except unknowns and obviously anxiety and lack of information, lack of clarity, okay, and uncertainty. Right? This market has survived everything. Think about the last 5 years. We've been through everything, a global pandemic, oil going from negative $25 to $120, a couple of major wars. Yet the market continues to trade at record highs. It completely disengages all that stuff. That's amazing. We're up 145% in the S&P since COVID. So what does that tell you? That tells you the market is resilient. It tells you the market is going nowhere but up, net along the way. Are we going to have bumps in the road, pebbles in our shoe? Absolutely. But long term, that's what markets do. Anyway, besides that, 3 weeks ago, the market completely disengaged anything that's coming out of newsbreakers, right? For a while there, every single thing that came out of a breaking news situation, whether it was oil, the war, whatever it was, the market was hanging on every little inch of that stuff. No longer the case. Now people have put together a shopping list. They do not want to get caught underinvested like they did last year. If you remember, after we sold off 20.8%, Mr. Trump said, okay, nothing to see here. Let's buy the market. We were back to even in 4 weeks. Then there was that Independence Day, whatever that was. And then the market, we spent the rest of the year going higher. And the investment community spent the rest of the day playing catch up because they were underinvested. They do not want that to happen to them again. Okay. So that's why 3 weeks ago, when the market was still trading at a discount, they started buying the market. And that's what we're seeing. So anyway, long-term basis, market seems strong. Resilience is fine. Depends really. Oil is a factor. Let's not be clear. Let's be clear about that. War, not so much a factor. Oil and what happens with oil obviously is a big deal. The rest of the world is suffering a lot more than we are from oil perspective. There are places in the Far East, right, that have no oil, right? They're not going to have fertilizer to plant their crops for the soybeans and the rest of that stuff going forward. Because of the Straits of Hormuz, because of all that confrontation going on in the Middle East. Clearly not a good thing, but as far as our markets engaging it from tick by tick, it's not happening any longer. Anyway, it's the beginning of a new week. Keep all eyes on two things. Obviously, some economic data, obviously earnings and guidance are key, right, in the tech sector, right? Tech sector got whooped. Software got whooped, trading 50 cents on the dollar. That's also been an amazing buying opportunity over the last number of weeks. Okay. And the last thing is obviously the transition of the new Fed chairman, May 15th. Mr. I was going to say Bernanke. Mr. Powell is going out and the new guy's coming in. Now, what happens there? Apparently he's hawkish, but he's played both sides of the fence for a while, so we don't really know. We know he's going to do whatever Mr. Trump tells him to do, and that's the fact, Jack. So anyway, volatility for sure. But you know what? We've been trading in this sort of, the market doesn't really know what to do. It's sort of trading in a range. I have my charts. If you need help with your charts there, my dear, there are ways of doing that. Anyway, that's all really I have to say about that. I'm going to get into work and see where the imbalances lie this morning. I think we do have some earnings coming out of the gate, so we'll keep our eyes on that. And I will pass it back to you, Davey or Scotty.
It's all good, Peter. I ain't going nowhere. They will be back in a minute.
Thanks, Scotty.
Appreciate the coverage, man.
Love you, Peter.
Love you too. Be well, my dear. Sure. Thank you, Sarah, everybody. It's a pleasure.
Let's move down on the equities. Not do anything until the open. We got a couple of folks coming up on payout today, so they're just kind of very conservative. It's Monday morning. Gold long at 47.08. What do we see?
All right. I do not have
Welcome
my
back,
own. We're going to
David.
get your chart set up. Boom.
Chat's talking about 47.08 on gold.
Gold. Okay.
At 47.10 is a bit of a double bottom, but 08's right in the middle of two levels of mine. I'm not sure where they got it.
47.08. Well, to me, that's too close anyway. I'm not doing that. ATR in gold is 4 points, so we want at least, a 10-point move. I mean, maybe 08 would work, but not in a
You
hurry.
probably get away with it at ATR 4 of a 6. And
Yeah.
09, yeah, and what they're looking at, I just found it. It's at 09 levels. It's around the 61.8, but I'd be at 4700.6. That's where I'm sitting. 4700.6.
And again, guys and girls, as we get closer to opening, we are going to cancel any orders that we have out, and we'll just play our opening range breakout. But let's get Scotty's order out there. What we got? 4,700.
Yeah,
47.
4700 half. It's 4700.6 on the numbers.
I'm going 4701.
Yeah. Below that is 4693, David.
Got it. All right. So 4701. A lot of the trades we do, guys and girls, for YouTube and our private trading room are based on Fibonacci's. Boom, chocolate. Yeah, Bull, if it went down there fast, you could take a shot. Straight down 5 points, you can probably grab a couple of points out of it.
Guys, let me say this, David, for all of you. There's a lot of trades that you may identify that may work out. But our probability is based on empirical performance. And so just because there's 5 levels that worked before it got to my level, I don't care. So if you trade those and you've got a strategy for those and it's working for you, don't stop doing it. Just because I'm not doing it is irrelevant.
Exactly. And keep in mind, if you're trading the minis in gold and it moves a point, you're making $100. So,
yeah.
Well, let's see what happens. What was it? 0950? 0925. Did we hit it?
We did. We hit 092 right on the 618.
So there you go.
Yeah.
You just did the 0925, which Bull pointed out. You took 2 points of that. That's $200 on one contract. Boom.
Bingo. Nice trade.
There's your trade. Will the classes be recorded in case of... No, we do not record the boot camp. It's probably the only thing we don't record. That and slow markets. You did Scotty's Fibonacci class yesterday. Excellent. But we do not record the boot camp. That is not recorded. Everything we do, guys and girls, is about waiting, right? And the market has been very, very slow. So we've had to be very patient, which is our strong point, by the way. Good traders should be bored most of the time. That's the bottom line. AMD's had a major reversal from this morning. We are down, 7 points? Our Soxis, we're up a little bit of money on that actually now, but we're going to hold on to that swing for a little bit, Ski. Okay, we got our gold out with Scotty, 4701. You want end of day trail down if you're using Apex. Just use code WSGTA to open up an Apex account. We are not affiliates, but that will always just give you the best sale. Those of you who aren't, now that everybody's here, guys and girls, again, give me a 1 for those people who are not trading futures in our boot camp this week. Give me a 1. Okay. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. 3, 4. Out the door. We're going to get you guys trading futures. Tomorrow, we're going to get your futures account opened up before we get to slow markets tomorrow night with Scotty. Okay. What is it now, guys? Is it $39-40 still with Apex? They still have that sale?
I just signed up for a new account this morning, David. It was 90% off. Yeah, I think it was $34.95 or something.
There you go. Boom. So we're going to get all your accounts open. You're going to learn how to trade futures for $35. When you open up a futures account for $35, that's the most you can lose. Boom, chakalaka.
David, how?
We're going to talk about futures tomorrow for a couple of hours with Kevin. So I'm going to walk you through all of the what you need to qualify, all that stuff. 90% ad sale ads today. All right, then what we'll do later on today, guys and girls, for those who don't have an account yet, we'll get your accounts open. Even if you don't do anything with them at first, that's fine. If you want to take advantage of that sale. No, Patrick, once you open up an account for $35, it either expires or you qualify it. That's it. That's it. So I guess we'll do a... Yeah, they do have a sale every week. We'll try to get everyone an account open today. We'll see what happens. We should have some time. All right, we're still down 7 points. What time is it? 9:05? That's still double the ATR, so let's leave that order out for a couple more minutes. As we get closer to the opening, we cancel our orders, and we're going to play our opening range breakout. So I'm going to get that set up right now. That is our orb. Nice job, Bo. So Bull got 3 points out of that gold trade. We'll talk about the opening range breakout this week. We'll walk you through exactly how to do it, what it is, how to trade it. Microsoft tanking on news. Let's take a look. Yeah, look at that. Wow.
I'm going to be looking at that for intraday swing today and options. But
yep.
Apex's sale ends in 8 days and 14 hours. Nobody's in a hurry.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. They started a new one. The last one closed last week. Within 2 hours, they turned this one on. So you guys got 8 days, no rush.
Everyone take a chill pill as far as that's concerned. We just missed our pivot point down here and went up $5. Check that out. So here's Microsoft, guys and girls, okay? Spiking down on news. You can see we had a level, a pivot point, which is a support level. When something is going down, we're looking for levels below where it is trading at 403.50. Now, it didn't get there. It missed it by $1, but it just went up $7. Scotty, that would have been the one if it opened down there. Jeez Louise. Unbelievable. Now we're talking about day trading options, guys and girls. So if this spiked down to that level, 404, whatever it was, and we bought like a 408 call, you would be done for the day and have locked in a huge profit. Schedule for boot camp. Okay. I open the room every day at 7:30, guys and girls. We start our morning meeting at 8:30. Okay. We take a break at 11 o'clock. We come back after 11 o'clock and we start with our morning lesson. Morning lesson will go as long as it takes. We'll take a little lunch, come back, and we do an afternoon lesson. Afternoon lesson will take as long as it takes. Rinse and repeat for the next 5 days. And again, I'll tell everybody who's here, be kind to yourselves, especially if you're just joining us, you're not that familiar with trading, or you've been struggling with trading. Chill. Okay? It's going to be an unbelievably packed week of learning. We're going to have Scotty. We're going to have Ken. We're going to have Kevin. And it's just going to be a lot. You're probably not going to get everything this week. It doesn't mean you're going to be an expert trader after going through the boot camp. But one thing we will guarantee you is you're going to be a lot further along than you are now. So again, I said it 5 times already. Be kind to yourselves. Even if you're looking at this chart right now and saying, I don't understand what I'm looking at, you will by the end of this week. Okay. So everybody take a big fat chill pill. How do I get the orb back on my chart? Fred, when we open up, we will, here. You on Thinkorswim? All right, you should be able to type in orb and it should pop back up here. If you go studies, edit studies, and just type in orb, and you should have it here. And you just click on it, hit OK and apply, and it should pop back up. Let me know if that fixed your problem. And for the morning, guys and girls, for our orb opening range breakout, which we will explain, and Scotty will go into it a lot more detail tomorrow night. In the morning, we want it set at 9:30 and 4 o'clock, 9:30 and 1600 on a 5-minute time frame to start. At 9:45, we will change that to a 15-minute time frame. And the 15-minute time frame will stay up there for the entire day. Once it opens up, I'll try to explain a little bit about what we're looking for with the opening range breakout trade. Okay. So we'll leave these orders out for another, what time is it? 9:10, another 5-10 minutes. Then we'll cancel and we'll just play the opening range breakout. Not that it's that important these days anymore. Let's cancel this oil. We're going the wrong way. But there are a lot of big earnings coming out this week, and we'll give you guys an earnings lesson. Let's just see. Why isn't this working? Let's give it a minute here. Okay. I use seekingalpha.com. Oops. You can use a lot of different ones. I'm going to go to where it says earnings and earnings calendar. Okay. And where are we? Monday. 58 companies today. When you're looking for earnings, guys and girls, NASDAQ stocks or 4-symbol stocks are always going to be after the bell, with very few exceptions. So we got nothing today. Tomorrow. What's the hit rate on the opening bell 5-minute orb, Scotty? It's good if you do it the right way. Tomorrow we got Starbucks, Spotify, Robinhood. Wednesday, 223 stocks are reporting on Wednesday. There we go. This is the big one, guys. Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta, Wednesday night. That is huge. So as we get closer to that, we'll do a little earnings lesson also. Well over 70%, and London through end of March was hitting 87%. There you go. For those of you who don't know what a hit rate is, learn. Hit rate shows you, when you're journaling all your trades, how much is profitable and how much isn't. If you don't know what your hit rate is, you shouldn't be trading. We're going to give you a journal this week, okay, so that you'll be able to start journaling all your trades, figure out which ones work better for you, which ones don't work better for you, start adjusting from there. Today, guys, Ken's going to talk to you about hit rate. We're going to beat you up a little bit today, guys and girls. At least Ken's going to. No, I will too. Because again, what we're talking about today is going to be the most important thing we talk about. Not this. What does Ken always say? We can teach a monkey how to read these charts. Doesn't mean it's easy and it's not going to take some time. It will, but this is the easier part. This is the hard part of what we do. This is why 90% of people who try to do this fail. La cabeza. Period. Thank you, Scotty. All right, anyone know what time it is? Anyone know what time it is? Anybody know what time it is? It's peanut butter coffee time, peanut butter coffee time, peanut butter coffee time. That's right. They fail because they don't have a plan and are sold a bunch of snake oil by the internet. Yeah, let's talk about that for a minute before we have coffee. Guys, there is no such thing as an automated trading system. Okay? It's nonsense. There are 100 people trying to sell you one on the internet and TikTok and Twitter for $49.99. If anyone had one, look, Scotty and Kevin and Ken are the best coders I've ever seen in my life. And there ain't one. There just isn't something that's automatically going to do your trades that is going to end up being profitable. Period. So don't fall for that nonsense. Okay? If anyone had one, they certainly wouldn't be selling it here. Period. Nobody does. We also do not believe in signal services, guys and girls. If you're out there looking for a signal service, I mean, maybe you find one that works. You got a really good trader who's telling you what to do and when to do it. Not our bag. We want to teach you how to do this. If you choose to stay with us, we mentor you throughout your career here. Anyone who buys any of our courses becomes part of our family, comes with lifetime mentorship, comes with Tuesday and Thursday night slow markets, and they are the cheapest courses you will find for what we give you in the history of courses. And anyone who's been part of our family, we have lots of people who are taking money from prop firms and making money trading stocks and options. But it's not easy. It's work. And you guys will get out of this what you put into it. The more you work, the more you study your course, the more you show up on Tuesdays and Thursday nights to slow markets, the more you show up for your mentorship meetings. That's going to move your trading along, period. Here's the bottom line, guys and girls. We have done nothing but make money for the last 5 years. Okay? It's bottom line. And we're going to have losing days. We're going to have maximum loss losing days. It's going to happen. But our track record is impeccable. Bottom line. Bottom line. And we have lots of people that are doing very, very well. All right. I'm grabbing my coffee. We'll cancel these. Matter of fact, just cancel everything now.
Hey, Dave.
Let's wait. Who's that?
It's Trin.
What up, Trin?
Okay, so at 12 o'clock, Trump is participating in a crypto conference. I don't know if what might move anything. Who knows?
It might move crypto.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at where we are in crypto. By the way, guys and girls, we can trade crypto too. So if you see something crypto, our technical analysis works for this also. Nice off the 65 EMA here. We went down 100 points. Are the boot camp closest sold out? No. You just have to buy one of our courses that includes the boot camp. Check it out at WSGTA.com. Crypto to the moon. It's been acting very well lately. Yeah. Nice looking daily chart. And we're still stuck in the middle of everything here. What are we? 40,000 off our highs. We're closer to the lows than the highs. 18,000 off the lows. I have a friend keeps saying about, and I'm like, how about we'll know when Trump's going to say something? Yeah, we have Trump's schedule. You know, that tells us. We never know what's going to come out of his mouth, but we know when he's going to say something. So we're in nowhere's land right now. And again, a lot of days lately, lack of tweets and stuff have been very slow. That's just been the bottom line. We have had to be extra patient. And then, of course, we have the trades that miss by a couple of points, a point or two. That happens all day long. All right, now I'm making my coffee. Back in 2x2. Chill pill. And again, I'm going to say this one more time before I get my coffee for all you boot campers. Okay. First of all, give me a 1 if you're here for the boot camp in the private trading room. Just want to get a head count. We've been getting a lot of new room members also that are just staying with us month after month. Yeah, what Ken just said, okay? This week is not about trading in any way, shape, or form. Do not get FOMO if you see us doing something, okay? For better or for worse. This is about learning, period. All right? Now I'm filling up my coffee. BRB.
Scotty, you still on?
They don't let me go outside.
How do I get my my Ninja Trader to update? It's
Just go into help about download software, or go out to the Ninja Trader website, log in, and just download the most recent one, or log into Tradeovate on the homepage, and right below the simulation button is a link to upgrade Ninja.
well, I've got my Ninja open, but the chart's not populating.
No, that's probably because you're not connected or you have a data expiration. There's 10 things that can cause that. Go up into your control center, look at the help menu. I'm doing this from memory. There's something in there that's going to say like download software, et cetera, et cetera.
Hey, Scotty.
Yeah.
Just give me 1 sec. Guys, a few of you just signed up for our ultimate course. Okay. If you
Nice.
just signed up for our ultimate course and you don't have the link to the boot camp, please let me know. Go ahead, Scotty.
No, no worries. This is a simple thing. If you look up in your control center and you click on help, it looks
Oh,
like
one
a
more
right
thing,
frame.
Scotty.
Yeah.
Tyron, this is hard. Try hard and grow now. Can you go back to the videos and the courses? You can only watch. You can watch them forever, Tyrone. Forever, ever, ever. Try. You have the courses forever. Okay. You have the courses
Guys,
forever.
I'll tell them, David, look, guys, you're going to get the entire course in its entirety recorded, every slow market sample recording or special topic that we've ever done. 6 years of mentorship every Thursday night has been recorded. There's an archive library at the Academy that goes probably longer than most of your trading careers. That's all available to you regardless of the level at which you sign up. And if you get the ultimate course, you get everything, including access to all of us for one-on-one, small groups. I mean, it's just a campus. Does that help, David?
Yeah, that's great. If guys, also we're offering are we still doing that? Let me see what people are getting. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Whoever was talking to me about Ninja, DM me. We'll talk in text in the background. I can help you. Screenshots and all.
Give me 1 second. We'll get everyone's chart set up again today, too, guys and girls. Okay.
Okay, Scotty, we'll do.
You're good, Scotty. I'm filling up my coffee finally before the market opens. Sandra, by the end of this week, you're going to understand all your charts. You're going to understand what you're looking at. Okay. When we get to that tomorrow, Sandra, just keep asking questions. All right. Okay. You with me, Sandra? It will be clear. And if it's not, we'll keep doing it until it is clear. All right. Now I'm filling up my coffee.
Morning, team. Morning, team. How's everybody doing? Okay, let's talk for a sec. Right now we have $250 million for sale. SPYs are down about 0.757 handles, an odd lot, really. To open where it's trading pre-market, you literally need maybe, I don't know, $50 million. So it's a little heavier. There's a little more sell pressure than where the SPY is trading now. Does that mean it's going to open and break down to the downside? It's possible, but when you've got these small numbers, anything can happen. One little sort of sentiment, one little opinion can affect the market. Anyway, my gut is it opens and breaks to the downside with about 250 million for sale, but there's not a lot. Hey, Dave. Not a lot going on. Procter Gamble earnings are out. There's obviously they dropped the DOJ case against Powell and all that. So there's a lot of stray news. None of it's really significant. Mulling around with the rally, the way we closed at all-time highs on Friday, the rally that we had last week for the market to be off 0.7 handles is insignificant. So, and the number once again is insignificant. So it could go either way. I do not have I don't have an opinion.
No edge this morning.
No edge at all. Sorry, I wish I did, but I don't. We'll chat after the open. Let's go.
All right, buddy. Yeah, we're chilling. There's nothing to do here. Taking a big fat chill pill, relax. Don't do it. Let's just go over everything. Anyone have any orders out for the opening? Downtown Judy Brown. I got nothing for the opening. Let's let them open. Good morning, Damien. Just so if anyone needs help with a course or anything, guys, email Roman, wsgta.com@gmail.com. He will walk you through anything that you need to do. Yes, you can still sign up for the boot camp. Send an email to Roman, wsgta.com@gmail.com. And we'll get you into the boot camp today. Okay? I get so emotional, baby. So we don't have any orders out for the opening, guys and girls. Ken's got 71.75. I'm down with that. Let's pop that out small. 72. All right, Damien. Glad to hear it. So we'll put a little order at 71.72. Well, for the opening, that's down 15 points. We're okay with that if we spike all the way down there. Now, I trade the MESs in my interactive brokers trading account. Okay. When I am trading on Apex, I am always trading the ESs. The MES is 1/10 the size of the ES. And we'll get more into that, guys, as we go along this week. Okay. So let's let them open. We're down 13 points if we choose to spike down there. Let's check out oil. Nothing. Gold. Hang-a-latin. So the morning is when, Jerry, are you signed up for the boot camp? Mr. Jerry? Got to be signed up. Send me an email if you're signed up for the boot camp with your receipt, and I'll get you in. All right? Send me an email with your receipt, and we'll get you in. Boom, chakalaka. dgreen927@yahoo.com. All right, so everybody just relax. Let everything do what it got to do. We got no orders out, and then we'll play our opening range breakout, which we'll explain a little bit when we see it starting to form. And again, guys and girls, for those of you who are just joining us for the boot camp, take a big fat chill pill. All right? Don't be in a hurry. Relax, don't do it. Right now, the market is dead flat. You know, the futures are down 10 points, which is absolutely nothing. So our order is if we spike down 13 points on the opening. We have a little pivot point at 77, but I don't think that's so important. So you see this little rectangular box now, that is our opening range. As we get closer, we'll talk about it. I get so emotional, baby. We wait till like 9:40 and see if we can break that top of the box, the bottom of the box. 15-minute 200 EMA is 73.25. All right, let's come up a little bit. I'm down with that. Well, how about a short side, guys? Anyone got anything? So William just posted that at 73.25, okay, we have a 200 EMA on our 15-minute chart. And there it is. Boom. And we're going to teach you how to read this, guys and girls. Teach you how to switch time frames and all that stuff. Short side, we got 91. That's a 9-point move. 95 is a previous week close. Okay, our ATR is still only 4. I'm comfortable with 95, guys, right? 95.50. We spike up small. Guys good with that? 71, 95.50. And again, we'll take it nice and slow with the MESs on the opening, but we'll look at 95.50. AMD is getting crushed. Holy mackerel. See if we get 95.50 on this pop up. Boom, 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 boom. Every time I think of you.
David, are you shorting that 95.50
Yes.
then? Okay. What are you looking at that's causing you to short that?
That is a previous day close.
Got it. Thank you.
And it would have moved up 16 points to hit it. So we want it on this pop. If we're going to do it. Now, we just got to what? 94. So we missed that by freaking a quarter of a point. So usually when we come close to hitting something, but we don't hit it, we're going to cancel. Oh, we're in at 95.50. Cover one for a point. There we go. Boom. Oh, shit. I'm long the ES. Get me out. Oh, you idiot. I hit the wrong button. You son of a bitch. Ah, come on. Get me out of the trap. I'll give back the cheese. All right. ES's cover some more for a couple of points here. MES. There we go. Come on. Trying to get 93 on the balance. There we go. All right. Great trade, guys and girls, to start the day. Boom. Got 2 points out of it. So we shorted it at 95.50 and we covered 94.50 and 93.50. Boom. Okay, next spot we got is our previous day high at 7,200, up 6 points from here. I like that too, guys. You guys comfortable with that? I'm comfortable with that. Put out 9,200. So again, I'm going to go over and explain why we. I will, guys. As far as getting back to you with emails, relax. You'll be in for the boot camp. You won't miss anything, okay? Give me a little time. Okay, so we're going to put out 7,200 now. Okay, our buy side, we definitely like the bottom of the orb, guys, right? Which is 71.8350. And I'll explain the orb trade. 71.8350. We spike down 10 points. Boom. Okay. Oil running. Let's take a look at oil. Yeah, I mean, we have double top in oil at 96.85. It could be a breakout of the top of the orb, though, so be careful. All right, good, Stay. Just give them a few minutes, all right? The cost of the boot camp. Go to WSGTA.com, and I'll go over this again for you guys before we get out of here. All right, so let's just concentrate on trading for a few minutes. This market's never going down again, I can tell you that. All right, AMD.
Dave, check out the daily chart on NQ. It's just straight up.
All right, AMD, guys, I'm putting an order out at 334.60. Start buying a little. If we get down there, that'll be a far from moving average trade. Is anyone in the SOXS? If you are, take some profits. 334.60. What's the ATR here? 2 points. Okay, so we'll risk $100 on that trade if we get there. Guys, for those of you who want to get into the boot camp for this week, just take a chill pill. We'll talk about it before we get out of here. Okay, I'll make sure everybody who wants to be is. All right, so we got 7,200, which is up 6 points, and we got the bottom of the orb. You can watch the breakout of the top of the orb here, guys and girls. And we're going to keep an eye on 7,200. We want it to go fast. All right, I'm getting in touch with Roman right now. No, I'm texting him right now. Take a chill pill. Oh, good. Good job, Brian. Take a look. Ah, okay. Guys, we were short the AMDL at 34 and change. It just went down $3. I might look to buy this thing if the AMD, matter of fact, I'm just going to make this a marker, guys. And we'll buy the AMDL for a trade if this thing spikes all the way up, down there. Let's make this a marker because that'll tell me what to do. We'll start buying a little AMDL. Okay, back to the futures. Sitting in nowhere's land. Do we still like the 7,200, guys? It's only a 5-point move now, and we're breaking out of the top of the orb. Let's say on this pop-up, all right? This pop-up. AMDL is the ETF for AMD. Much cheaper way to get into it. I got Roman working on things, guys and girls, so take a chill pill. All right, this pop-up only 7,200, yes. Market is very strong, guys. I'd rather be long than short. That's the bottom line. Roman is working on your request right now, guys and girls. Take a chill pill. It's AMD, but I'll trade the AMDL if we get down there. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm just tweeting out to my people to cover their AMDL for a $2 profit. Okay, let's go to AMDL. to start buying a little AMDL for a trade. And I'll look for a far from moving average trade if we get any lower from here. Come on. I missed it. All right. Why isn't this working? Why am I not working here? Okay, bought a little AMDL. I will add to that as we go down. Long a little at 40. Add a little at 31. All right, ES. What are we doing? ES, MES, ES, MES. All right, cancel the short side. We missed that. Let's get to the 15-minute orb. See, that's why I only put a marker in the AMD, and we're starting to buy a little AMDL. I'm going to look for a far from moving average trade in AMDL in a minute. Let's get our 15-minute orb. Okay. Arlene's got 7204. Anybody get anything else there? $72.04. I'm down with that. We can put that out. That's up 10 points from here now. We still like the buy side, right? Bottom of the orb. Yes. 89, that high down. That'll be down 10 points. We can try it small. All right. 71.89. Okay. We'll try it if we spike down on this pop down. Ah, shit. What did I do? I just shorted it at the market. Okay. 71.89. Yeah, that's the 200 EMA. No. Yeah, it is. What do you guys think? This pop down 71.89? It'll be down 10 points. All right, we'll go 89 on this pop. This pop, this pop, this pop. I'm just buying a little bits of this AMDL on the way down, and we'll look for a fall from moving average trade eventually. Along at 31.20, so we'll start selling a little bit if we get back to 31.20. 31.27. I got a question about the ultimate cost. Yep, give me a minute. So a little more of this AMDL at 31.50, 31.49. Go. Boom. So a little more, 31.60 if we get there. Boom. All right, guys. We like 89 in this pop. We're moving down to 85 Fibonacci. I'm down with that. Vish has a fib. at 85. Chill. Long time no see. What up, Sebastian? $83 is the bottom of the orb, guys, too. Ken, you still have 89 out small? Okay. All right, Ken's in a little at 89. We're going to be patient. Wait for the 85. In the groove. Patience, patience, patience. If you got him with Ken at 89, take some off for a point. If you get it. I want, I might go down to 83.50, guys. What do you think, Vish? Bottom of the orb? Still like 85 at fast. Okay. Just pop. Come on. We're going nowhere fast, baby. Whoa. Yeah, I like the 83 better, guys. All right, let's take a chill pill. Yeah, this could be some kind of news. We'll put one out at 84 just to take a little off. Take a chill pill. Oh no, I shorted the fucking ES. I keep doing this. God damn it. Oh my God. Take profits in the MESs, guys. I screwed this up so bad. All right, everybody out of the ESs? You got 2 and 3 points from that? Good. Excellent. We almost got to that set. What the hell did I do? I keep going back and forth with the F and ESs. Oh my God. Why isn't this doing my freaking taking me out of this? What the hell? Why ain't it letting me get out? How come I can't flatten this, guys? What? Oh my God. All right. I know. I don't know what the hell I did. All right. Everybody made money on every trade that we did. Bottom of line. Okay. What do we like next, guys and girls? Bump, 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 bump. Pivot point is 77. That's down 5 points from here. That's right on the ATR. All right. How about a far from moving average trade in AMD? All right. Let's put out 327 in AMD. That way we'll add a little AMDL. I mean, we don't have much anyway, but AMD 327 is going to be a nice far from moving average trade. Let's put a marker out. Boom. Okay, we get down there. I think we look far from moving. AMD's got a below a 20 RSI for 20 minutes. But if we get to 327, we'll start buying. We'll look for a fall from moving average trade in AMD. All right, you guys still like 77.25? All right, let's put it out. Bum, 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 bum. How many people who are joining us for the boot camp are totally confused by what's going on right now? Give me a 1. Sandra, Bill. Sarah. Bunch of people in YouTube. I'm confused too. Yes. You see how I put my bad orders in all morning long. Jeez Louise. All right. What do we like on the short side, guys? Vish, you like 90? 50? All right. Let's try it if we do it on this pop-up. 71, 90, 50. Okay. This pop. Oh, did we just miss that, Vish? We got to 90.25. Ah, we should have canceled. All right. Cover 1. What the hell am I doing? Okay. Took one for a point. Yep. Take one for 2 points. Keep it tight now. Let's go top of the orb, 98. That we like. You know why? I'm getting 8 billion private messages. 70.98, guys. Just pop up. Oh my God, I just shorted it at the market. $71.98. Damien hit his daily goal. Love it. Goodbye. Love it. Okay, 98, this pop. Love in the elevator. Look at AMDL off the pivot point. Missed that. Ay, ay, ay. We made 5.5 points on a swing trade in AMDL. All right, 98 this pop. No, we are flat AMDL, Caroline. But look at that pivot point. Gorgeous. Morning, you know. Absolutely gorgeous. That was the trade of the day. It's up $1. But the swing trade that we had from $35 worked out very well. Let's look. Do we still like 98, guys and girls? I don't think so. Let's regroup here. All right. 7,200, guys. Up 6 points from here. Guys all right with that? Let's try that. So for those of you who are joining us on YouTube and in the boot camp, okay, do we have 2 or 3 trades today, guys? I don't even know. I don't remember. But all good trades. Patience, discipline. Take a chill pill. Mike, how did you have 2 losers? We had 2 winners. Right? I am flat AMD. I am flat AMDL. I am flat anything that has to do with AMD. For now. Yeah, Mike, are you doing stuff on your own or are you just following the trades that we're doing? Let's get to the bottom of the orb out. 71.8350 on the buy side. I have people who are done trading, guys. Left the room. Done for the day. I got 7 private messages. They are done. All right, 7,200 just pop up. Yeah, got to follow the rules all the time. Yeah, we use the orb. We're watching it right now, Sebastian. I didn't see your question. Yes, we're only looking for 1, 2, or 3 points, depending unless we get into a trade. We are just scalping. In an elevator. The 90-50 short, you should never have gotten stopped out on. It went straight down from there. We made a few points. Yeah. Once we have a little profit in anything, guys and girls, always move your stop to break even. That's, again, part of the rules that we teach everybody. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, now we're sitting in the middle of nowhere's land. Yeah, but the ATR is 6 points now. Yeah, after a point and a half, absolutely. Because it's a 6-point ATR now. So certainly 2 points. Don't wait for 3 points to trim your first one. Yeah, exactly. Once you've taken that point or two, there's no risk on a trade anymore for everybody. And again, we're going to go over all this stuff today. And again, this isn't about trading this week for all you people. Chill. Take a big, fat chill pill. We haven't even talked about anything yet.
What's up, guys?
All yours, Pete. Guys, I'm just going to use the boys' room. Orders are good. Back in 2 minutes.
You got it, kid. Anyway, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. My son Wall Street here. So look, the market is just, I wouldn't call it fragile. It's indecisive, right? It doesn't really know which direction to go. This is going to be a big week on earnings. That's the lifeblood of this market. So I would keep your eyes on that, especially the names of the stocks that are big, heavily weighted in the S&P, in the Qs, right? Everyone needs to understand that, right? All these things that we're trading in the future space is made up of stocks that have different weightings in the S&P 500, in the triple Qs, in any of these in any of these indexes, these futures indexes. There are stocks that are the components that make those up. Well, when those companies come out with earnings, and those are more heavier weighted than some of the other names, whether it's a Pfizer, whether it's a Tesla, with AMD, it doesn't really matter. It's going to move not only the stock itself, but it's obviously going to move the index. And so that's what we're going to be looking at for the next couple of weeks, because at this point, what's going on in the Middle East is really not, it's a nothing burger. I mean, no disrespect to what's happening. Obviously, it's a disaster in a lot of different ways. As far as the market goes, we have no edge on it, right? It's all about edge. It's a probability game here, right? We get into every trade that sets up. Guys, you need to, everybody, welcome to the Monday and Friday opening bell show with David Green and the team. Everybody needs to understand what this is all about. You're sitting down at your machine on a Monday morning, on a Friday morning, right? We're trying to assimilate and understand and digest for you all, right? With the 40 years plus experience that David and I have of, what is this? How does this movie unfold here? We don't really know right now. We're like in one of those modes. We're in the corridor. We're waiting on the Fed chair to be transformed from the Jay Powell to the new guy. That's a big thing. How is that going to play out? Are we going to be on an interest rate cutting cycle or an interest rate raising cycle? Right up until, obviously, before the war started, we were on the road to an interest rate cutting cycle. Higher rates for longer does not benefit anybody, and so we were already in the midst of an interest rate cutting cycle. However, what ends up happening when you've got oil that spiked up from 65 to 120 bucks, basically. Okay, when is the trend? Kevin, May 15th is the actual day of transition, right? They changed seats on the Titanic on May 15th, right? So you got Jay Powell moving out and you got the Walsh guy moving in. And so there's a lot of mixed messaging coming out of the new guy. Obviously, he's being placed in there by Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump is the one who brought in Mr. Powell. So, you can see how things can go sour fairly quickly. All that being said, there's all mixed messaging around the new guy. He was hawkish, then he was dovish, and then he sort of, he was in the private sector. He was a Fed governor for a while. So there's going to be a lot. My gut is that he's placing him there because he's going to listen to Mr. Trump. Now, let's be clear, Mr. Trump is not a economist. And so, and there is, you all need to understand historically, there's supposed to be a wall, right, between the Federal Reserve and the federal government, right? There is not supposed to be anybody. The federal government is not allowed to tell the Fed what to do. That is, and if we don't maintain that independence of it, then we're screwed. We're effed up. I apologize. That's the bottom line, because you cannot be having the federal government decide what the economics of this story is. It's a complicated game. Think about everything that goes into the decision making, the CPI, PPI, right? DUI, all those things. I mean, that is what, look, besides earnings and guidance, the lifeblood of this market is the economic data and how it affects everything, right? It affects unemployment, it affects payroll, it affects like the whole economy. And we have to realize that before this war, economy was sort of solid, trading around 3.5% GDP, gross domestic product, right? But however, for every $10 raise in the price of oil, for every $10 move in the price of oil, it's equivalent to 1 percentage point in GDP. So we went from a solid 3.5 to 4% economy on growth mode to basically flat and low growth, slow growth, based on the fact that you've got that the price of oil being above $90 to $100 is so incredibly inflationary across the board. So that's the downside to this whole confrontation, besides all obviously the obvious other things that are down. But anyway, we could look at the SPY. I'm going to pull up the SPY. I mean, I know David's out if you're there. Just show, let's see.
All right, guys and gals, what are we doing? We got Squadouche.
This is Squadouche, exactly.
Sitting in the middle of nowhere's land. I don't even like 92 now. I like the buy side better if we can get a pullback. Oil hit the pivot point. Let's take a look. I like oil on a pivot point, 95.14, Michael. If we get down there, the ATR is what? 33 cents. That would be down 40 cents. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, again, Mike, it depends on whether you're trading the ESs or the MESs, but I don't think you're wrong. I think you were right. But when we got into the 85 trade, guys and girls, I also said as we were in it, let's get out of some of it break even, which we did. So, and again, guys and girls, for those of you who are confused right now, this is the busiest part of the day. We are flying all over the place, putting orders in, we're canceling orders. Take a chill pill. Things move very fast at this time of the day.
Yep.
Okay, you will get there. Everybody relax. And again, this week is not about trading. So take a big fat chill pill. We had beautiful swing trades, Pete, in the AMD on the short side.
I saw that. I saw amazing. It was a 10-point pullback, right? Spectacular. It was up 11 days in a row. That it was extraordinary. What everyone needs to understand is look at the reversal swing trade, which is one of David's favorite trades, everybody. You see a stock going, you need all the components of the trade to set up before you pull the trigger, right? Just because it's up 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, it doesn't mean anything unless the RSI is where it's supposed to be. Because if you had shorted it every day into that 11-day rally, just because you thought, oh my God, it can't go any higher. Oh, it can't go any higher. You would have been incredibly wrong and you would have blown up your account. But when multiple days go up and the RSI is where it's supposed to be, those are the components that matter. That's what sets up the trade, right? Dave, you think about it. Look, guys, everybody, you could have been up 3 days in a row because basically the rules of the trade are up 3 days in a row and an RSI below 20 or above 80, right? Depending on whether you're shorting or you're going long on a reversal swing trade. But think about it, at any other point, if you had 3 days up, but the RSI was not correct, then you would have blown up your account. So everyone needs to understand all the components need to set up before the trade works. And
anyone else got 7206 from Maria, guys? I like it. It's up 10 points if someone has it. Yeah, so as Pete was saying, look at the AMD. Okay, we got to a 90 RSI on Thursday, on Friday. And this morning it got to 358, I believe, early in the morning, 355, something like that.
Spectacular.
And we would be able to get into it cheaper because of the AMDL. And we were short this. I think our average was like 34 and change in AMDL, and we covered at 31 and lower. So we made 4 points on that overnight. So
exactly.
we do, guys, anyone who is in anyone who owns any of our courses, you become part of our Twitter sphere. And I will post that in the private training room, guys and girls. And anytime we do a swing trade or an option trade, again, we don't give financial advice. We don't tell anybody what to do, but you will be made aware of it. Anyone in our trading room, get any of that swing trade in AMDL. Give me some ones if you were in that with us. Because I tweeted it out and a lot of people were in that trade.
Yeah.
So keep your eye on the swing trades.
We're in boot camp this week, right?
Oh, yeah. Awesome. So now you can see, guys and girls, it's 10:08. Volume is already slowing down. Nothing is really moving much anymore. And the busiest part of our days, guys, is going to be the first hour and maybe the last hour. But I can tell you that if you've had a decent morning, we encourage people to just leave. Goodbye.
Yep.
Go do something else. Day is over. If you come close to or hit your goal, which we're going to talk about later today, you do not trade anymore for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Great trade in Boyle, by the way. Good job. So net, guys, the market is absolutely flat. Just absolutely flat. So take a chill pill. It's already 10 after 10. Does anyone in the next boot camp will be, guys? Just got out of AMDL at 32. Okay. Went a lot lower than that, but that's fine. I posted earlier to take some profit, so that's great. Great trade. What is RSI? I'll get to that in a minute. RSI, guys and girls, for everybody who is here, is the relative strength index. Okay, RSI. That shows when something might be overbought, gone up too far too fast, or oversold, gone down too far too fast. For day trading, we're looking for an RSI that gets close to 20. Okay, so if we look at 4 o'clock in the morning, when this RSI got close to 20, that means it is oversold. That means it is due for a bounce, and we can start looking for a trade. And you can see when the RSI got down here near 20, we got a bounce. Okay, So when we were looking at AMD, and I'll just look at the AMDL on a daily chart. Check this out. This was up 13 out of 14 days in a row on Friday. Okay, and we got in it. I think this is when we got in it. Might have been Thursday. Yeah,
It was Thursday. Yep.
This is when we got into the trade, and we started, I think, at like 33.50, and we added at 34.50. And this was Friday. It started going down, and then today we covered the trade. On a daily chart, this got to almost a 90 RSI. That is extremely overbought, and you're going to get a pullback from those conditions. Same look at the AMD. Okay, same exact thing. This is when we started getting into the trade, and it went down from there 27 points in a day and a half to this morning. So that's what we look at when we're looking at a swing trade, which we're going to talk about later this week also. I'm going to show you guys how we do that. What is your stop loss at right now? In what instrument, Jacob? We're talking to stock, we're talking to futures. What are we talking? MES. Okay, good. It depends on what your risk is. Okay. This is another thing that we have, that a course that we sell for only 99 bucks. I'll let Scotty talk more about this later. This automatically tells us what our risk is, how many contracts we can trade, and what our stop order should be. So depending on the instrument that you're trading, Jacob, and your risk, and you can adjust what your risk is. My risk is 200 bucks. So right now I could trade 8 MES contracts with a 5-point stop. That would bring me to my $200 loss. Now, if I traded 8 contracts, okay, and I have an ATR of 6, I'm going to sell 2 for 1 point. I'm going to sell 2 for 2 points, raise my stop order to break even, and then see how much more I can get out of the last 4 contracts. So every trade that we get in, depending on the ATR, you know, with a 6 ATR, I'm still going to take some off for a point, point and a half. I always want to put money in the bank and then raise my stop order so I cannot lose money on that trade. Even if you've never traded before, if you're just joining us for the first time, give me a 1 if you understand that concept. Any trade that we get in, I want to put some profit in the bank right away. I don't care if it's a point, point and a half, 2 points, okay? And with a 6 ATR, let's call it 6, I am not looking to get more than 3 points on this maximum, half the ATR. So if I sell for a point and I sell for 2 points, I'm out of the trade for 3 points, okay? And if you think about it, if we're trading the MESs, and look what my risk is in the MESs, I probably can't even trade a contract. I could trade 1 contract with a 5-point stop. But that's my risk, $200. Some people have $100 risk. Some people have $1,000 risk, especially when they're trading these in the prop accounts, right? So if I buy a full contract, okay, and the ATR is 6 and I make 2 points, I'm making $100 per contract. If I do 2 contracts and I take 2 points out of it, I made $200. That is some people's goal for the entire day. $200 a day is $1,000 a week, is $50,000 a year. Boom. Nothing wrong with that. $200 a day, when you're in an Apex account, you will qualify your account in 15 days and move on to the next step. That's what we shoot for. When you have more money in your account, you just increase your contract size. Got to crawl before you can walk. Okay? And we spend most of our days, guys and girls, I'll be honest with you, doing nothing. Good traders should be bored most of the time. No, do not go for half the ATR on your first trim. Take a point, point and a half right away, phone. Okay? Let's make that very clear to everybody. The half the ATR is a good full trade, phone. It's a good full trade. You know, and sometimes this ATR spikes up to 10 points. And then if I'm getting 5 points out of a trade, I am absolutely thrilled. Do not wait for half the ATR to take some of your profit. Okay? Everybody, give me a 1 if you understand that. Give me a point or 2. Give me a point, point and a half on my first one. Raise my stop order so I can't lose money. That's going to make a gigantic difference on your P&L. Right? Because some trades, if we get a point and we get out break even, okay, that's still a winning trade. If we get 2 points and we're out break even, it's still a winning trade, right? And in our journal, when we're tracking our hit rate, we don't even count the trades that we get out break even on. Like that one trade today at 85, it was kind of just sitting around there. It hit us when we were kind of thinking about canceling it, right? And once we got in it, it was kind of just sitting there. And I said, guys, take some of this off break even. I don't like the trade. That's something that's just going to come with experience. But when we got into this trade right here, and we didn't get a good bounce right away, I said to everybody in the room, take some of this off. I'm not crazy about the trade. That just comes with experience, but that happens quite a bit also. You know, we're not going to get instantaneous gratification on most of our trades. Sometimes we got to be a little patient for a couple of minutes. I will tell you that if we get into a trade and it's not working out in our favor for the first minute or two, not going to be that great a trade. We're looking at a trade right now at 83.50, right? That is the bottom of the orb. That would be down 10 points. But if this starts crawling down here and crawling, I'm not going to do the trade. The faster something moves to hit one of our levels, the better the odds are going to be of that trade working. And all we can do is try to put the odds in our favor using our technical analysis. And quite frankly, guys and girls, I don't know what trades are going to work, and I don't want to steal any of Ken's thunder for later. I don't know what trades are going to work, and I don't know which trades are not going to work. I only know, but by journaling all of our trades, that it works a lot more often than it doesn't. So anytime a trade sets up to do, I'm going to do it. But again, the faster it gets one of our levels, the better the trade is going to be. Okay, now we're moving down 6 points from 89 to 83. That's exactly the ATR. Great. I want this to happen in the next couple of minutes. If we break the 200 EMA and it doesn't get down to here quickly, I will look for the next lowest level. That could be either our double bottom, or more conservatively, it would be this 77.50. Okay? And Maria's got a fib at 79 under this. So any trade that we're looking at, we want it to happen as fast as possible. Otherwise, we just be more conservative and look for the lower level, if there is one. I rather miss trades than get caught in a not good trade. And I can tell you this right now, we probably miss more trades than we get in. And sometimes we miss trades by this much. And it can get frustrating at times. How many trades did we miss by a little bit last week? I want to say 15. Last week, I want to say we missed at least 10 to 15 trades by a scotch that all worked out beautifully. All of them worked out beautifully. But it happens, okay? And it's the same thing if we get into a trade and lose money, guys and girls. If you are handling your losses the right way, there's no difference between a winning trade and a losing trade. And again, I'm getting ahead of what we're going to do this morning and this afternoon. But this game is all about patience and discipline and following the rules. That's it. 83.50 is a 6-point move from here. I would give it another minute or two. I still like it, Fred. Still has to go down the exact whole ATR to hit it. So we'll give it another minute or two. But my point of all this is if you ever have a doubt that something's not moving far enough, I'd rather miss a trade than get into a losing trade. That's the bottom line. We're already starting to lose volume. Look at our first half hour of trading till 10 o'clock. Now it's starting to go a little less and less and less. And that's going to happen through the course of the day. It's just the way it is. A boom chakalaka. All right. Do we like the short in oil at the top of the orb, guys and girls? That would be going up on this one bot from 95.85 to 96.50. That's a 70-cent move, which is twice the ATR. What do you guys think? Do we like that trade if it gets to the top of the orb? Give me a yes or a no. All right, some of my experienced traders give me a yes or a no. The answer is yes. It will have moved twice the ATR to hit that level. So, and again, that would be a short. How many people are confused? Give me some ones between the difference between long and short, or are not familiar with shorting or not comfortable with shorting. Give me a one. So we'll put out 96.51 on this pop-up. All right. Not unusual to either be afraid to short, not comfortable with shorting, or don't know how to do it, right? That's not unusual. There's two sides of a coin to every trade. We can buy something, and if it goes up, we make money. And we can short something, and if it goes down, we make money. Do not be afraid to short. If you're afraid to short, you're missing half of our trading opportunities. It's that simple. So when something is going up, stock, future, and it hits one of our levels, on the upside, we are going to go short. So let's say we short this at 96.50. Our anticipation, based on the odds of this trade working or not, is it'll stop going up from here and start going down. So if I'm short at 96.50 and I buy one back at 96.40, I have made 10 cents on that trade. If I buy another one back at 96.30, I have made 20 cents on that trade. So it doesn't matter whether we're long or shorting, it's the same side of a different coin. Look at AMD, okay? AMD is in a trend trade right now. Spiked all the way down here, got a far from moving average trade, and rallied up to our 9 and our 15 EMA. So when it rallied up to the 9 and 15 EMA, we want to get short. So let's say we got short on the 9 EMA. Okay, that was $342. It's down $6 from there, from our 9 EMA. So let's say we shorted it at 340. Oh no, the 9 EMA was, yeah, 340. No, the 9. I'm looking at the wrong thing. 9 EMA was 337. So we got short at 337. It went from 337 to 335. We would have taken some profits for $1. We would have taken some profits for $1.50, and we'd still be in this trade with a break-even stop if it gets back to our level. Don't be afraid to short. And we'll explain more about that as the week goes on. All right, is there anyone in YouTube? Okay. Is there anyone in YouTube? I'm about to take your course, but I'm wondering, is it really... I'm about to take your course, Dave, but I'm wondering, is it really objective, like it is rule-based? Anyone want to answer stat? Is what we do rule-based and objective? Anybody? 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 Don't just say take the course. It is 100% rule-based. 100%. 3,000%. Yeah. And again, the easier part of what we do, guys, is looking at this chart and figuring out where to put our orders in. That's the easy part. The hard part of this is following the rules all the time. We have a setup for every single trade that we do. Okay? Every trade. Regular moving average, far from moving average, double top, double bottom. We have a trade set up for anything a stock can, or a future can possibly do. Just got to figure out where to put our orders in, what our risk is, and what our profit targets are. All right, so here's a case in oil. Do we still like this trade now, guys and girls? Do we still like? I can tell you this, couple of things, guys and girls. Okay, number one, we have a money back guarantee. You don't like it after 30 days, we give you your money back. Nobody else does that. All right. Number two, our courses are the most affordable thing that you'll ever find out there. And there is a payment plan for all of our courses. You can take up to a year to pay all of our courses. Okay. So, you know, me and Peter are not making money selling these courses, guys and girls. I make 10 times more money trading than I do selling a course. We're trying to help as many people as we possibly can. I don't care if you believe me or not. Ask my traders. Ask people who are part of our family, whether they believe it or not. Ask people who are part of our family if they're making money or not. That's the only thing that matters. What I do makes no difference as far as whether I'm making money or not. I hardly have time to trade these prop accounts anymore because we're so busy helping other people, right? So look, you guys in YouTube, again, and we don't talk about money here. We never have, okay? In all the days that we have done YouTube, weeks, months, right? I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. But anyone who's been with us YouTube for the last few months knows what we do here and knows what we have done. I'm not saying it, Don. And knows what we have done on every YouTube we've had since we started this. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying anything else. Well, we're going to lose, Zach. We're going to have losing trades. No question about it. We're going to have losing trades. No doubt. And we're going to have losing days. But over time, and again, the hardest part of what we do is what we're going to talk about today, guys and girls, right? By far the hardest part of it. You know why traders fail? Number one, they don't have a system. That's number one. Number two, they have no idea what to do when they get into a trade. That's number two. And number three, okay, They don't put in the work. Don't walk into this room, right? And hang out for a week in the boot camp. And then at the end of the week, say, I still don't know what's going on. Go through your course as many times as you can. We give you Tuesday and Thursday nights for 3.5 hours trading included in any course that you buy with Scotty. That's worth the price of the course 10 times over. Just those Tuesdays and Thursday nights. And every Thursday night, we have mentorship with me, Peter, and Ken, and Kevin, and Scotty, okay? Where we answer any questions that you have. We go over trading setups. We answer any problems that you're having. I don't even care if it's trading. It could be in life. Everybody who is with us becomes part of our family. And I can tell you that we take care of a lot of people. You know why I do this, guys and girls? Why I still do this? Anyone tell me? I'm 65 years old. Can anyone tell me, why do you think I still do this? I haven't had to work for the last 25 years, guys and girls. I retired at the end of 1999. Okay? So if you think money is my motivator, you don't know me. I love this. How many times do I tell people, when I go, I want it to be right here, right now. When I'm in a trade, I'll have a stop order in case it doesn't work out. But this is where I want to be. I love it. That's it. It's like playing in the Super Bowl every single day as far as I'm concerned. And we're helping a lot of people. That's the bottom line. We are helping a lot of people. All right. YouTube, does anyone need help getting in touch with Roman that wants to be in our boot camp this week? Post a 1 if you need help. Okay, I want to get you guys in if you want to get in. If you have any questions, send an email to Roman. A bunch of you have joined us. We appreciate it. He just said he has a stop order in case he lives. Well, that would be in case I die. Do we like the bottom of the orb in ES if we get there? I think we do. Let's take a look. Yes, absolutely. That's where we're bidding. But again, can you see the volume again now? Right? In MES, if all the EMAs are hanging in one spot, is that considered a good spot, or is it no longer valid? It would be no longer valid. All these moving averages are sitting right next to each other. There's no trade, because keep in mind, okay, we want at least a 10-point move in the MESs before we make a trade. Right now, we're bidding down 8.5 points. All right, that's a little more than the ATR. That's fine. And we're offering at 72.06, which is up 14 points. So we're good. ATR. Does everybody in the boot camp understand what the ATR is now? Or in YouTube? Or do you want me to go over it again? Talk to me, goosies. Want me to go over it again, Tyrone? Let's go over it again. Okay. ATR is the average true range. That tells us the average of the last 14 5-minute candlesticks. We want something to move double the ATR before we get into a trade. So if I'm looking at a 5 ATR in the MESs, I want at least a 10-point move to hit one of my technicals to get into a trade. Okay. If you're trading oil, the ATR is 36 cents. And by the way, let's cancel oil now. It's too slow. It's kind of.
Hey, Dave, Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index, black news.
Woohoo! 10:30. All right. We got news coming out. Let's cancel our orders just in case something happens. So let's go over this real quick, and then I'll go back to the ATR for you guys. Okay. Economic calendar. Boom. Dallas Fed Manufacturing is coming out at 10:30. It is in black. I can tell you this. None of the news that's coming out lately means much because of what's going on in the world. But there are certain ones that'll still move the market. This is not one of them. I doubt you're going to see any kind of move based on the Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index. Tomorrow, we got home prices. This one could move the markets, but it's not even a big one, consumer confidence. Wednesday, all this in red at 8:30. Durable goods, that can move the markets. Here's the bottom line. You see red or black, don't leave an order out. There's just no reason to gamble into anything you see red and black. We got like 10 things coming out at 8:30 on Wednesday. Wednesday, guys and girls, this is the biggie. This is the big one. One of the biggest ones. The Fed is going to make their announcement on interest rates. They're not going to change them. 99%. They're going to keep them the same. But they're going to talk about what they were looking at and what they're looking at going forward. And then Thursday, we got PCE and other giant numbers. Okay. Oil, we don't like anymore. I don't like anything anymore right now. Period. Let's see, Giorgio. David, would you consider this sideways action and consolidation, which you just buy the top of the orb or sell the bottom of the orb based on direction? We certainly would not sell the bottom of the orb because it would be moving down the entire ATR to get there. Okay. If anything, the first time down here, coming down from these levels would be a buy, if anything. But I don't even like that now, guys and girls, because we're only moving down 3 points to get here. So you guys tell me, based on our 5-minute chart, what would be the most conservative level to put an order out? Where I would put an order out on the buy side. You guys tell me. Look at my chart. Look at my 5-minute chart. Yeah, it would be the pivot point, right? That would be down still 10 points from where we are. Yes, Sarah. Very good, Sarah. Excellent. I know you put it with a question mark, but that's good. That means you're learning. That means you're looking at a chart. Has to go down at least 10 points. Boom, chakalaka. Great job, Sarah. Great job. So let's put an order out. 71, 77. And we'll cheat a little. 71, 77, 50. We'll cheat by a little bit. Reason we cheat by a little bit, that's a 10-point move, twice the ATR, and I don't want to miss it by a little tiny bit. Try hard. What is a pivot point? That is one of the technical tools that we put into our charts. Acts like a moving average. It's just another technical tool that we can use to find support or resistance on a chart. By the way, guys and girls, everything you see on this chart is one button to set up to look exactly like mine in TradingView or Thinkorswim in all of our courses. Okay? In all of our courses. By the way, guys, you don't want to sign up for the ultimate course and be in the boot camp. You don't have to. Our risk management course is only $200. That's what you see here. That is a 7-hour course that automates your stop orders and your profit targets. Automates them. Our futures course is only $299. With the futures course, you get everything but the boot camp. You still get Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. You get mentorship. You get slow markets. You get the 7-hour course. You get all that stuff. The only time you have to pay extra for any of our courses if you want to be in this live boot camp. That's it. All right, YouTube, you guys are all good. Love you guys. Another good day was had. We will see you YouTubers back on Friday. I will see a bunch of you guys in the live trading room. Boom, 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 boom. Let's hope today is the worst day we ever have and tomorrow is a better day. I say peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Yes, they are. Exactly, Tyrone, because it's going to have to move further to get to one of our pivot points. All right, we'll see you guys on Friday. Let's hope this is the worst day we ever have and tomorrow's a better day. Green Jean says peace and love, peace and love. Boot campers, don't go anywhere. You're not leaving. All right, we'll see you guys bright and early on Friday, YouTube. Guys, if you have any questions about anything, send me an email, okay? Doesn't cost anything to send me an email. I will answer all of your questions. But Green D, Alex, you're not leaving. You're in here. You're in the boot camp. All right. See you all guys on Tyrone. We'll see you tomorrow. See everybody else on Friday. I say peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Green Jeans is out of here like Vladimir Overski and Mr. Outski.